Lauren, this really answers what was expected to be a major discussion and question for NATO members, as Turkey had previously held up Sweden's bid for membership. Now, earlier today, NATO Secretary General met with the leaders of both countries as the diplomatic efforts to forward Sweden's membership had furiously continued in the days and hours leading up to the start of this summit. Now, NATO Secretary General announced that Turkey will send the accession protocol for Sweden to its Grand National Assembly. Turkey had security concerns over groups it viewed as security threats and Sweden's handling of those groups. In the past year, since the last NATO leaders summit, Sweden has updated its constitution, passed legislation, and worked to step up its counterterrorism efforts in order to appease some of Turkey's concerns. Now, in a statement following this agreement, NATO said that Turkey agreed to continue cooperation, that the countries agreed to meet annually and step up economic cooperation. Listen to what NATO's Secretary General had to say about this.
I think the whole concept that either President Erdogan or Prime Minister Christensen have changed their mind is wrong. What we have seen is that we have been able to reconcile the concerns that Turkey has expressed with the concerns that Sweden has expressed. And then we have been able to find a joint ground, common ground, and move forward based on that.
Now, Swedish membership in NATO is something the U.S. has strongly supported. President Biden having Sweden's prime minister to the White House just last week, sending a strong symbol of the U.S.'s support and speaking with Turkey's president over the phone on his way to Europe over the weekend. The president stating this afternoon he's ready to work with Turkey on, quote, enhancing defense and deterrence in the Euro-Atlantic area. But again, this resolves a major question in this summit. Now, when we look at what else is on the agenda, more steps are also expected on NATO's own defense and deterrence, which the alliance has really worked to scale up in the wake of Russia's invasion of Ukraine. NATO Secretary General is looking for discussions on regional defense plans, a defense production plan, and on the level of defense spending targets for NATO members. Additionally, Ukraine is expected to be another very large focus as Ukraine seeks eventual membership in the alliance, but in the meantime, looks for signals and security guarantees. President Biden stating in an interview with CNN he didn't think they were ready, but that there needed to be a path for qualification. Now, more broadly, the administration is expecting this trip to Europe to highlight the president's leadership on the global stage. And keep in mind, it's something the president has frequently highlighted and looked to do under his administration as he's looked to reaffirm the U.S.'s alliances with Europe. Listen.
But I think you can expect the continued support for Ukraine to be a dominant theme throughout the summit. But again, also a dominant theme will be this incredible strength and unity amongst the alliance. And we expect that to continue to grow in the years ahead.
And Lauren, following the summit, President Biden is expected to give what's being billed as a major speech on support for Ukraine and democratic values before he heads to Finland for a meeting with Nordic leaders there, Lauren.
White House correspondent Haley Bull reporting live from Washington. Thank you very much.